What is going on, guys? It's Mr. Banks here coming at you live. This is going to be how to take entries and exits and know where to exit and how to scale out. So the first thing I'm going to say is you need to know your levels. If you do not have levels on the screen, you are not going to know where to exit, right? You're not going to know where to exit or where to enter, right? So you first of all need to know where your levels are at. And how I do this personally is use the BBR strategy. This is exactly how I found all of these levels, right? So the BBR strategy goes with the levels are pre-market highs and lows, and that pre-market is also the after hours, right? So I just include all of this as a pre-market. Um, we have the previous day's highs and lows, high, low. And then we have the previous days and previous major supports and resistances, right? So I'll go over that one more time. I have the pre-market highs and lows. Again, the after hour close is also included in this pre-market. I just say pre-market so I don't feel like saying after hours and pre-market. Just the whole after hours pre-market area, highs and lows, right? Can also use major resistances and supports, but we also use the previous day's highs and lows, as well as the previous major support and resistances. So if you guys take a look here, let's get rid of this real quick. This is my trade plan. You guys can see how well this played out, right? Look at this previous major support. Look right here, major support, right? Here's the after hours high. Look right here, a lot of resistance, right? We had a lot of resistance here. Again, a lot of resistance. And what happened? Once we broke the resistance and turned support, we had it up, right? So support and resistance go hand in hand, right? So if we break out of a resistance like this, it can turn into support. If we break down from a resistance or we break down from a support, it will turn into a resistance, right? Um, so you need to know exactly what levels you're playing, right? Because stocks play level to level to level. So if you don't have levels on the screen, you're obviously not going to know where to take your exits, right? If you don't have levels, how are you trading? I know a lot of people, I honestly don't know how a lot of people are trading when they don't have levels. They're freeballing it and think, oh, it's going to go up, it's going to go down. That's not how this works. That's why I think a lot of people are so lost and don't understand how to take their exits, right? They don't understand how to take their exits or take their entries. They're kind of like waiting for a call out, kind of waiting for this. Oh, this kind of looks good. I'm going to take it here, but I have no idea where I'm going to exit. And that's another thing. Do not ever enter into a trade if you do not know where the exit is going to be, right? Now I'm going to get a little harsh on here, but that's the reality. Don't ever enter into a trade if you do not know where you want to exit. That is the number one rule. You should never, ever be in a trade if you don't know where you're going to exit, right? You might as well just be gambling. Go down to the casino, go play blackjack, go play roulette, throw your money away. Fucking, I'll give you my Venmo, right? Give me your money. No, you need to know where you want to exit. This is how we find good setups versus non-good setups, right? We need to know. So when we have these levels, we can figure out, okay, if I take an entry here, like today, I bought 366 calls once I knew we found the support right here, right? I bought 366 calls once I knew we found the support right here. Now, why did I buy 366? Well, let's take a look at where this level's at. 366.15. What do you know? So when I took the 366 call here at 364.20, One reason, or the main reason, was because we are now breaking above a major resistance, right? So let's take a look here, a major resistance right here. And once we found that support, I knew to take calls, right? Because that resistance that was so heavy is now a support. And if something is support, then it's going to head higher, right? So this is why I took that entry here. And why did I grab the 366 calls? Well, because my level that I was playing to was 366. Now, of course, there's a lot of people that could have played 370s, because if you see 370 was a major level, it's more out the money, it's cheaper. When we saw that we were basing and had a very bullish day going, you could have played the 370s, but I like to play it safe. I like to play closer in the money. I will take that risk, or I'll buy a more expensive contract to have a less risk. I'm also not buying zero dates. That could be another video, but I'm not buying zero dates, right? This play was for Friday. So again, why did I take this trade? Because we were breaking out of a major resistance. So this was my entry when I found the support on it. And why did I grab the 366 calls, right? Why did I grab the 366 calls? Well, my level was 366. And now what you can do is either take profits there, or you could roll out or roll up to the next level, right? If we look back, we could also see that this was a major area of resistance. I'll draw the line. Right? Major area, we found a little support on it, but we could see, right? We found resistance, right? It broke down from support, right? Resistance broke down. So then we could have said, once we once we reached 366, okay, let's roll up to this 368s, right? So do you guys see how you need to have levels, and you need to play level to level, right? And in doing so, especially what I like to tell new traders or people having difficulties with options is, you don't need to go buy 10 contracts. You don't need to go buy 5 contracts. If you don't understand this concept, you need to buy one contract and just play it level to level, right? Because a lot of you panic, right? You put in buy 10 contracts, 5 contracts, you start panicking, it goes red a little bit. Well, you need to understand that stocks play level to level. And to help you guys, just buy one contract. Just buy one contract, right? Make it easy on yourself. So if you're buying level to level, this makes it easy, right? All right, cool. I see that's 364 broke. I see it found support. Let me buy one contract for 366, right? You're going to get paid. Now for scaling out. A lot of people have, different ideas on this, but this is how I like to play it. When I scale out, I'm looking for 20%, right? I'm looking for 20%. Sometimes I look for 10, but I'm mostly looking for a 20% trade. Now, sometimes, 10% will work for you. 5% will work for you. Now, why I'm saying this is you need to understand what percentage you want to gain, right? So the first thing is play the level to level, right? Play level to level, right? Level to level. If that's something that seems scary to you, still play level to level. But if that's something that seems a little too scary for you to hold on to that next level, then what you can do is you need to know, okay, what percentage do I want to take on this trade? Am I at 5%? Is that something I'm comfortable with? I don't recommend anything below 5%, but, and this is more so for, this is for people buying multiple contracts. If you're just buying one, please play the level to level. This is how you'll understand them, right? This is how you'll understand the level. So you could buy one contract so you understand how to play level to level. Now, when you graduate into playing more contracts and actually scaling out, what I like to do is, one, obviously play level to level, but I look for 20%. You might look for 10 or 5. Don't go below 5. Sometimes people like 30%, right? And what I'm saying is say you have 10 contracts and you hit that percentage. Okay. Take the majority, sell the majority of your contracts, right? Sell more than half of your contracts once you hit that percentage. So let's just go with 10, for example. You need to be selling at least 5 contracts or 50% of your contracts when you hit that level, right? You need to take the majority of your profits to the bank, right? You need to take the majority of your profits to the bank, right? You don't want a green trade to go red, and you don't want to be up and then try to scale out. You know, say you're just like scaling out a little by little. Say you hit 10% and you're like only scaled out 2 contracts, and say it only runs to 15%, right? Say it only runs to 15%. And you're only scaling out at 2, but you're waiting for 20% to scale out another 4 or 5, right? But then the trade reverses on you. We need to understand that we need to take profits. So we need to know what percentage we want from the gain, right? We need to know what percentage we want from the gain. And one way to do that is by knowing what percentage you want. So me personally, I look for 20%. Sometimes, some days I look for 10% if I go heavy, right? If you understand these levels and understand your entries, if you guys, for those that are really good at taking entries, don't be afraid. You can go heavier. It's okay to go heavier. Take that smaller percentage of that 5 to 10% and then let the rest ride. You don't need to be holding a full position up into 50, 100%. That's not how you do it, right? So once we take the majority profits, sell at least half of our contracts, so say at 10 or 5, we sell at least half of our contracts, we let the rest run. Now, personally, if I'm in 10 contracts, I like to sell 7 to 8, right? And let a couple run. So say in the middle of here, say right here, I sold 7 contracts. I know my level is 366, but I hit at 20% right here. I'm out 7. Boom. I took profits. I have a majority profits. Even if this goes red on me a little bit, I'm out the majority profits. It's not going to turn that bad on me, even if it starts to reverse on me, right? I've taken the majority of my profits. So you need to understand, letting runners run, you're not letting all these runners run. Runners are runners, right? What do runners have? They have 2 feet. So you only need a couple contracts to run, right? You only need a couple contracts to run. So say I'm out here, right? And I took 7 contracts out. We can go to a 5-minute real quick and show the busyness that happened here. So say right here, right? Boom, I'm out 7, hit my 20%. Or say even hit 10%, I'm out, right? 7. But I know that 366 is a level. And I see that we're bullish on the day. So say I get up here, right? I took my entry, I'm up here. I'm at 10 or 20%. I'm out 7 contracts. It starts to reverse on me a little bit, but my stop loss is here, right? My stop loss is here at my entry or right below it. So now I'm not worried. I've taken the majority of my profits right here. I've taken the majority of my profits right here. I'm not worried with these runners. I'm not panicking. And I have money in the bank. I have a majority of this trade in the bank already. This will help with your emotions, right? And this will help you take profits. So I'm out here. I left a couple runners. It starts to go a little bit, but you know what? I know my next level was 366, and I know that stocks play level to level. So I'm not worried right here when the stock pulls back a little bit. I have my stop loss right here at my entry, or literally right underneath. And that's another thing. I like to put my entries right underneath. Why? Well, if I'm out of the majority profits, even this little bit of a couple contracts or one contract hits right below, that's fine. That's a little red on one contract. I'm already out 8. I'm already out 9. I'm not worried about it. But it's a runner. So that's where I'm taking that gamble to try to get all the way up here, try to let it run as far as possible. So you guys understanding that? So I'm taking the majority of the profits out here. Little pullback. I'm not worried. I have my stop loss. I have a couple runners. Now I hit my level. Boom. I sell one runner at my level. But you know what? It's bullish on the day. It's a trend day, right? I'm seeing it's a trend day. I'm seeing it's bullish. I have another runner, or I have 2 more runners, right? And I also know I have this other level to reach, right? 368. So now I have my runners. I'm out the majority here when I took profits at that 10, 20%. Little pullback, no worries. Sold a runner here at this level. Boom, just made more profit. And now I'm not worried, right? So even if it does pull back all the way here, cool, whatever. I'll let it hit my stop loss. But now I have literally no emotions in it, right? I have my stop loss set. I have a runner. This is now extra money on this trade. This is now extra money on this trade. So now I'm holding it. I'm holding it. I have a runner. I've sold one here. And I know this is the next level. And then now we get to that next level. You know, I'm worry free. I have no emotions into this. You should have no emotions either way. But I know how trading works. But when you take the majority of your profits, you're sitting fat, right? You're good. You're pretty much out the trade. This is just a runner for extra profit, right? So now I sold a runner here. I'm just letting it run. Boom. Sold another runner here at this level. Sold another runner here at this level. So you guys seeing that? So to fully recap real quick for you guys, do not take a trade if you do not have levels. Do not take a trade if you do not have exit points. Do not take a trade if you do not have certain entry points. And what I like to tell the wolves and my members of my community is no level, no trade. If it doesn't hit my level, I'm not trading that day. Right? This is being called discipline. If it doesn't hit my level, I'm not trading. When it does, I buy in with conviction, right? Because I'm confident in my levels. Now, if you, that's a whole nother video, watch my BBR strategy videos I have on YouTube about finding levels and everything if you guys need further guidance on that. But this is for how to scale out, how to take entries, and how to take exits. So have your levels set. Know that I'm going to take an entry at this level. And once you take an entry at that level, know which level you are going to take that exit at. / know what percentage you want to take the majority of your trade profits at, right? We need to be taking profits. So, took most of the profits here, right? I hit my percentage, left a couple runners because I know my next level is 366, right? Boom, sold a runner there. Now I have a runner left, 2 runners left. I'm not worrying. I have my stop loss set. I'm letting them run, but I have my next level. So now I'm going to take the profit on that next runner at this next level, right? I'm playing level to level. And this is what you guys need to be doing when you're trading. Need to have levels, need to know when you want to enter, need to know when you want to exit. If it doesn't hit your level, you make no trade. Say you have 4 trade plans for the day. All 4 tickers doesn't hit your level. Dope. You're not making that trade. You're making no trades that day. It doesn't matter if somebody else is playing your same stock, right? It's playing your same ticker. There is no trade for that day. I don't care. I don't care if you're looking at SPY today or whatever you're playing and somebody else is trading it and they make $1 million off of it. If it didn't hit your level, you're not going to trade, because what happens if you go into a trade not on your level? You're now FOMOing. You don't know why you took that trade, right? If you don't have a level to play off of, then you don't know why you're trading. You're just entering for no reason at that point, right? You're gambling. And the same with the exit. If you don't have an exit, you shouldn't be making an entrance, right, into the trade. So another thing, another indicator that's good is the volume shelf. These can also be used as levels. I'll probably do another video on this, but you can also use these as levels as well, right? So these show the highest volume within that period where the most volume is happening, and you could use these as levels. But again, you need to have your levels. You need to know when to enter. You need to know when to exit. Once you hit that percentage, mine is 20%. Sometimes I use 10. Boom, I'm out most of my trade. Now I'm leaving a couple runners, right? I'm leaving a couple runners because I have my levels. I have my levels, and I'm going to take profits on these runners at my levels, right? I'm going to take profits on these runners at my levels. This is how you scale out. This is how you scale out. Now, I hope you guys enjoy this. This was a masterclass on how to take entries, how to take exits, and how to scale them out. If you liked it, be sure to hit the comments below. Let me know what you learned. Have any questions, hit the comments below. I'll be sure to answer them. Making more videos, maybe do a volume shelf next. Hope you enjoyed. Retweet and like this video to share for others. Education spreads, knowledge spreads, and then we all become better traders together. Hope everyone has a good night. Have a good evening. Mr. Banks is out.